In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to use SketchUp to draw 3 rooms that have the same footprint. They are all going to be 25 feet square, but the rooms themselves will have different dimensions due to the fact that they will have different wall thicknesses. So, I have given you a page that has the dimensions that we're going to use for this project. Let's begin by looking at that page, and here we see the first floor dimensions. So I'm going to go to top view, going to remove our gentleman. We don't need him as a reference. Use my pan tool to adjust my workspace. And I see that my first rectangle is the room floor. It needs to be 15 feet wide by 8 feet deep. So start with the rectangle, 15 apostrophe comma 8 apostrophe enter. Then I'm going to do my 2 side walls. Again, they are 8 feet by 5 feet. So 8 apostrophe comma 5 apostrophe enter. Rather than just draw that again, I'm going to use the control key and the move key and move a copy of that over to the other side. Now I'll do my back wall, which is 25 by 10. 25 apostrophe comma 10 apostrophe enter. And my front wall is 25 by 2. And then I have a sidewalk in front of that that's 25 by 5. 25 apostrophe comma 5 apostrophe enter. Alright, I am ready to start to pull up some of these walls, but before I do that, I want to make a door opening in the front wall. I want to make it centered. So I'm going to take my tape measure, click on the end here, move this along until that red dot turns blue. That's my center point. I'll click. Now, if you wanted to draw a center point instead of a guideline, you could use the pencil tool and do the same thing. Click, drag along until it turns blue at the center, and you get a little guide mark there. Doorways are usually about 3 feet wide, so I'll go 1.5 feet, 1.5 apostrophe enter. Go back to the center, go the other direction, 1.5 apostrophe enter. And draw lines along the green axis connecting those 2 sections. Now I'm ready to pull my walls up. So I'll choose my push-pull tool, select this wall, pull it up 8 feet. Select this wall, pull it up the same. Now I can clean up by erasing this line there. And I would like to put a stone above where the doorway is so that it looks like a lintel. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, use my tape measure. Doorways are usually about 6.5 or 7 feet high, so I'll go 6.5 feet. And I have a little mark there now. I'll draw a rectangle across the front here, making sure that I'm going across the green axis, and then pull that rectangle to close the gap and erase the extra line that's here. Move it around so that I can erase it on all sides. It's always good practice to clean up any unnecessary lines. Alright, so I have the basic layout. I need to add a floor and a ceiling. So before I do that, I'm going to select everything that I've drawn, make it a component, call it first floor room. And click out into space, orbit to the bottom. without opening that component again, I'm going to just draw a rectangle across the bottom that's 25 feet by 25 feet. I'll make that rectangle a component and call it first floor floor. Seems redundant, but you know what it means. Double click to open that component and pull that down 3 feet. Click on the front view. And there you have it for the first floor. I'm going to go to the top view, move my space over using the pan tool, and I'm going to look at the instructions for my second floor. My dimensions are a little bit different, but I'm going to repeat the exact same process. So I will start with a rectangle that's 17 feet by 10. (17) comma 10 apostrophe enter. Then I want walls on each side that are 4 feet thick. So 10 feet by 4 feet. And again, I'm going to just select it and copy that with Control Move. My back wall is 25 feet by 8. My front wall is the same as it was for the other building. So 2 feet by 25. And a sidewalk in front that's 5 feet by 25. I'm going to pause it now. I'm basically going to repeat the same process for the doorway, so let me just pause and get ready for that. Alright, let's take our hand tool to move the space over, zoom in a little bit, use my pencil tool, click, drag my mouse till the dot turns blue for the midpoint, go over 1.5 feet, and back 1.5 feet. Draw my lines across. Erase the extra line here. And pull my walls up 8 feet. Go to front view, orbit just a little, zoom in just a little, take my tape measure, click the bottom, start to move up 6.5 feet. Now that I have my mark, do a rectangle on the face, use push-pull to pull that over, and then I'm going to clean up the lines. So I'll pause again while I do that. Okay, I've switched back to top view, and again I'm going to pause the video one more time. I'm going to find the instructions for the third floor room, which is over here, and I'm going to follow the exact same process using the new dimensions. Okay, now I have 3 rooms, each with the same footprint. I'm going to stack them on top of each other. So I will take the second floor and use my move tool to move it approximately into position. Then go to the top view to line it up. And then go to either the back or the side view to try to get it lined up just perfectly by lining up the corners. And it may look perfect, but you really need to orbit and pan so that you make sure that you get it exactly on that corner. Okay, once I have that, I'll go back to my front view, pick up my third floor, and stack it. Zoom in, orbit. And again, I want to move it so that it exactly sits on that corner piece. Okay. And there you have it. We're going to stop this tutorial at this point and pick up the next part of the lesson in the next tutorial.